Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, November 10th. And again, one last picture from Tupperville showing Mount Tupperville, the corn pile being built there. And as far as the headlines go over the next several days, we're definitely going to get a little bit of introduction to winter as we expect some snow to begin to fall into the area as we get into the day on Saturday, late Saturday, probably Saturday evening through Sunday morning. And again, some areas could certainly pick up some accumulating snow. For today though, looks like sunshine. It'll be cold out there, so don't let the sun fool you, with highs only in the 20s, maybe around 30 in some areas, but again, a very chilly day. And then again, that snow will move in as we get into Saturday night into early Sunday, when it may change over to rain. And you can see the snow here at the grading station here at Ransom Road yesterday that I filmed. And again, kind of the first real snowfall of the year. We ended up with about 1/10 of an inch altogether. And again, just enough to cover the ground. And as Ernie Harwell would say, and this picture was taken from Coleman, Michigan, and the picture taken by Kim Tester up there. Thanks a lot for the picture, Kim, on Facebook. And you can see temperatures or precipitation since midnight. There's been no precipitation. Our normal high for today now at 48. The normal low is freezing. And again, for the month of November, with these last couple of chilly days, we are now just slightly below normal, and we expect that trend continue to drop below normal here over the next 3, 4, 5 days before we warm up a little bit next week, and we could have a pretty good rainmaker about the middle of the week. And as far as the Thanksgiving week right now, it looks like there are signs we could turn mighty cold during that week, and we could even have a good chance of having a white Thanksgiving. Yesterday's high was 41, the low was 20 degrees. Since midnight, we actually have dropped down to 19 degrees. We had 3/100 of an inch of precipitation and about 1/10 of an inch of snowfall, which is also our season total. And again, we'll see those add up just a little bit here over the next few days, perhaps. As far as precipitation, yesterday you can see 900 at Newaygo and about 300 at several locations across the lower peninsula, especially across the central areas. As far as temperatures this morning, we're already down well into the teens, and we may drop a few more degrees. These were taken at 5 minutes to 6 this morning, and you can see as we go through about the next 2 hours, we may see a couple more degrees being shaved off these low temperatures. As far as around the state, again, temperatures mainly in the teens and 20s. You get up north single digits. How about that? 2 degrees below zero at Newberry, and the warm spot 23 degrees at several places, including Muskegon and over at Ionia as well. As far as the wind flow at the 2-meter level, you can see this is the area with the longest fetch of winds going over the warmer waters to the lake. So these areas I've got highlighted certainly could be in for a little bit of accumulating snow, and that would include our London and St. Thomas locations. So we'll see if they pick up any snow on their webcams here throughout the day. As far as the radar, you can see some of those lake effects bands coming off the Great Lakes, especially down at the far end, southern ends of some of the Great Lakes. And if we look at the weather map for today, you can see high pressure is in control, but with that clockwise flow coming in through the Great Lakes with that cold air, lots of clouds and lake effect snow across the near shore. But again, for the interior sections, I think we'll see plenty of sunshine today, but again, it'll be very chilly with mid-20s to around 30. And then for the weather map, we begin to watch the areas of low pressure that'll move off to the eventually off to the east, and that's going to spread a little bit of warmer air, and with that we're going to have some overriding precipitation in the form of snow across much of the UP, northeastern lower Michigan, over into a thumb and into southwest Ontario. It may become mixed with rain or even a period of freezing rain in some areas. Again, I think the bigger threat will be the snow across the northeast. It isn't going to be a big storm, but certainly enough to whiten the ground up in some areas here as we get into Saturday night and Sunday morning, and eventually that front will move through, but not a lot of cold air behind it as our flow becomes a little bit more west to east, and we expect a moderating air mass as we get into midweek, and we'll watch another system that could bring us a quarter to a half inch or more of rain as we get into Wednesday. And overall, it looks like we're going to be turning a little bit wetter here over the next couple of weeks, and then again, we'll watch for that potential for a very cold Thanksgiving week that could introduce some snow cover to much of the area. As far as precipitation over the next 72 hours on the WPC, and again, much of this will be in the form of snow, so certainly we could see about 10 to 1 ratios, maybe a little higher as you get further north, and I think that'll be where the greatest amount of snowfall will fall. If we look at the 72-hour snowfall at the 75% potential level, you can see about 3 inches is being depicted in Alma, about 5 inches in Mount Pleasant. Again, these may be a little high, certainly I think there's a good chance we could have some snow on the ground Saturday night into Sunday morning. As far as the Canadian 72 hour, again, there is support, a couple of inches in Alma, 3 inches in Mount Pleasant, so there is support for that snowfall across mid-Michigan. And finally, if we look at the North American model, over the next 60 hours, we start getting in closer. These models become a little bit more valuable as far as the accuracy on how much snow could fall. Again, around 3 inches in the Alma, Mount Pleasant area, with that warm air riding over top into the shallow cold air. As far as over the next 7 days, the Canadian, the WPC wasn't out initially, but I think I did add that slide to here. You can see a pretty good amount of precipitation as we get into the middle of next week. As far as the forecast goes, again today, lots of sunshine, highs in the 20s, lows in the teens again tonight. Then we moderate, but with that will come a chance of snow Saturday night into Sunday. Again, we could see a couple of inches in some areas, and then we'll see temperatures moderate again as we get into next week. Temperatures up in the mid-40s by Tuesday, and again, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we could see another wet system coming into the area. As far as weather watch, you can see lake effect. We have winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings across the northwest portions of lower Michigan and into the UP, especially across the eastern half, where we got that long fetch of cold air coming over the water with pretty good mid-level moisture, bringing some pretty good snowfall amounts up in that area. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.